Alrighty, shalom Akim. Real quick, I'm gonna just check the sound to see if it's working. Let's see. Yep, gone. Alright, everything seems to be working fine. Hey, shalom Akim. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Our Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai being the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ in the ancient Hebrew. That's where it all begins, that's where it all starts, upon calling and believing upon those two names. Alright, the name of the Lord Yahweh, and the name of his Son, Yahweh Shai. Alright, that's what we pray to, for forgiveness, for mercy, for whatever it is that you may lack, whether it be for more strength, more faith, more courage, more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding. We pray into Yahweh in the name of his Son, Yahweh Shai. Alright? And Ba'ashim Rakah HaKodash is meaning in the name of the Holy Spirit. Okay, I'd like to give the wonders to my apostles and my elders, a great millstone, who taught us well, and who we all learned under. And a sincere shalom to you, the elect out there, listening, and preaching this word out, in truth and in sincerity. Alright, I'm the bro, Laumad Ahmad, from a branch of the GMS LA camp. We come out here teaching every Saturday from 2 to 5 in the evening, here in the San Fernando Valley. You can catch us out here teaching in Ventura and Cedros by the Wells Fargo Bank. But yeah, today's video is just going to be real quick, just some scriptures I've been meditating on. I was taking a shower this morning and I was just reflecting on some stuff, that happened yesterday and, just meditating, in the spirit pretty much. Going through some scriptures that I was thinking about, putting on my next lesson. And pretty much that's going into how, this truth, it wasn't given to everybody, man. It's only been given to, but a few. Alright, this mystery, that's been revealed unto us. And the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is guiding us. And let's get that in 1 John, actually. Or John. I believe it's John chapter 15. Just to focus in on that theme. This is John chapter 15, verse I'll start at 16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, alright, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you." Alright, so it's a thing about predestiny, bro. Not everybody's gonna be called, called and chosen into this thing. Alright? Everybody who hears this calling, man, it's only what counts is, whether, you finish it, all the way through in the end. Alright? But I was thinking of this in this aspect pretty much, in my family. I have like 6 siblings, out of all of them, I'm the one, that heard this truth, and something brothers always like to say, to newer brothers is, don't share this truth, to your family, they'll swear, they'll buck up against you. You got some instances where brothers, man, hey, man, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, has brought, their dads, into this truth. Alright, certain siblings, cousins, which that's beautiful in itself. Alright, but for the majority of us, our families in the world, man, they won't understand, how precious this truth is. Alright, it only causes, a bunch of problems after the next. Okay? So, it's, best, to keep quiet, unless anybody, asks, for any understanding in the scriptures, It says, "These things I command you, that ye love one another." Alright, and, that goes with the starting with the men, you go out there, doing the ministry with. Alright, the fellow believers. It says, "If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you." Alright, you gotta understand that, hey, if you're hated, know that they hated Yahweh Shai as well. Alright, they hate, the message, the banner that we're coming under. Alright, just like before. When the one who people ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai. Alright, hey, they hated him just for the fact of teaching this truth, man. It speaks about in the scriptures how they hate him that rebuketh at the gate. All right, they hate just being being told that they're doing evil, pretty much. They don't want to be. Our people don't want to be reminded that they're doing evil. All right, just like when you were once in the world, man, you don't want to be reminded that hey, you're doing all type of wickedness. All right, it says if ye were of the world would love his own. And you gotta understand, once we came into this truth, man, there became that separation. You no longer, walk the same way that you used to walk. You no longer move the same way you used to move. And the people that start seeing that the most are the people that, were once closest to you. We're getting into that theme, family pretty much. Are people who you grew up with. All right, they pretty much see you as like, oh, they see all the mistakes that you've made, in your past. And they realize, who is this man, pretty much. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So you got to realize, man, it's because, man, we're separating, we're detaching ourselves, from this world pretty much. How this world, currently views things, what's pushed on our people. We don't think the same way. We don't walk the same way. All right, we don't have that same understanding, pretty much. And that's why there's always going to be, little infighting here and there. All right? That's why, man, it's best to, like I said, man, every situation is different with each brother. Once 2020 hit, and, I believe, that year was probably like my mother's passing. I was separating myself, from different siblings. I've only have a relationship directly with my father, pretty much. And that's how I like to keep it. All right. I don't go to which there's nothing off, going to these gatherings, whether it be Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays. Just don't celebrate it is the thing. If you're just going out there for food, some brothers do that. All right, but we understand not to celebrate it. I myself just don't go there, period. All right, pretty much, it's all wickedness, man. At the end of the day, there's only so much you can talk to, about, things with people in this world. I'm talking about, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your nephews, your nieces. Although, man, you've grown around them, it's not always going to be a thing where it's like you're always going to get along. We don't have that same understanding. All right? Hey, Shalom, Zion. Hey, it's good to hear from you. Hey, Yahweh Shemiasha Brakta. Shalom, brother. But yeah, it's not always a thing, you're going to be closest, to the people you were once close to. Because you're no longer the same guy. So you're no longer the same man, I mean. Let's get that in, where does it say that? And I think it's in Matthew's. Let me see. Matthew's 12. Let's get that in the blue letter. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12. All right, verse 48. Or I'll start at 46. It says, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. All right. It says, then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. All right, and here was Yahushua, out here, preaching. All right, but and this is an account where his mother and his brother was trying to get in contact with him. All right, but here the Lord was, doing, the will of the Father. All right, doing the work. All right, this is, but he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? All right, and he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. All right, so there's going to be sacrifice in this thing. And I mean that in the sense where you're not going to have that same family bond, that you used to have in the world, man. All right, coming into this truth, man, you become closer to brothers at the end of the day. You find more to relate, with the brethren. Because we share the same struggles. We know what it's like, being in this ministry. All right, we know what it's like, trying to do right by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, trying to serve him. And we understand that the rest of the world, they don't care about the Lord. At the end of the day, they care about their own selves. All right, they're all, they try to lie to you, say, oh, it's about family bond, this love, this and that. They don't care. They care about their own self, man. They're selfish. All right? When you're a brother, man, you don't get that feeling, man. You get that feeling that, hey, you're around men, all right, that care for one another. All right, just like Yahweh Shai cares for us. That's what it feels like when you're around the brethren. All right? You can sense the difference. It says, and he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, behold, these are my mother and these are my brethren. All right? Those same men that go out there in the streets with you. All right? That risk their lives. All right? Because, hey, man, that's what we're doing in this ministry. All right? We're putting everything, on the line for this truth. All right? It says, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and my mother. All right, so we find that new sense of family in this truth. We find, who truly matters in this thing. All right, no, not the people that you used to know, not your blood. All right. Let's get that at Peter's. I believe it's either 1 Peter's 5. Let me see. I believe it's 1 Peter's 5 or 2 Peter's. Either way, we could always Google search it. Oh, okay, yeah. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for as much then as Yahweh Shai Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, there that he no longer should live in the rest of his time in the flesh of lust of men, but to the will of the Lord. Alright, we're no longer living, to fulfill our own desires, man. We're no longer trying to be a part of, this world, pretty much. Alright, be, part of these people, lives. This is a scripture from the brother Zion. Let me read it out loud. It says, but be ye continually with godly men, alright, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, alright, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. That's a beautiful precept, man. Alright, we're like-minded individuals, man. We align ourselves with like-minded individuals. Alright, the scriptures speak about what communion does righteousness have with unrighteousness. Let's get that. I believe that's in Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. All right. It says, but be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. All right. There's no point of wasting your time, around people who don't believe. Because like I said, once you get around, truly, breaking bread, talking, amongst these people, they have no substance. You can't go into depth like you can with brothers, into this word, all right, into this truth. All right, it's all a bunch of bullshit and folly that comes out of 2/3 of his mouth. All right, it says, and what communion hath light with darkness, and what concord hath Yahweh Shai Mashiach with Belial, or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? All right, these just don't mix in. It's like oil and water. All right, this truth and this world. As we were going into in previous lessons. All right. There's just a separation, man. This truth is not for everybody. At the end of the day, you're not supposed to force, this truth on everybody either, like other camps like to do. All right? It says, let's get that here back in 1 Peter's. Is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 2. It says that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh of lust of men, but to the will of the Lord. All right, we're now, trying to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to the best of our doability. All right, it says for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. All right, we were once lost and confused in this world. All right, we were just like everyone else. It says when we walked in the lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. All right, like we just said, man, we were just lost in this world, man. All right, following along with with the rest of our people. Okay? But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai brought us, to a better light, to a better way. Okay? It says, wherein they think it is strange that you run not with them. All right, so the people that you were once close to, all right, whether that be that cousin, that older brother, all right, they see you in a different light. They see that what's up with this dude. All right, he was once down for this and now he's not. All he did was smoke weed and now he doesn't want to do that. Why doesn't he eat any pork? This and that. They begin asking themselves like, why is this man changing? It says, and it bugs them, man, because you bring it up why, and then they realize, oh shit, we are doing wrong, but I don't want to do right. All right, it says, like we said earlier, man, they hate them that rebuke it at the gate. All right, it's best not to even bring this word up unless you're asked, a certain understanding of the scriptures. It says, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. And I've had instances of that. Like I said earlier, man, I don't even make an effort to go to birthdays, to go to these holidays and shit. Not even for food. It's all bullshit at the end of the day. And I've had like nieces, sisters talking, just trash about me, for that. All right, especially since, it's all about family, this and that. Nah, my family are the men in this truth, man. All right, that truly believe and are trying to do the best by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, that's who. Hey, that's the only people I care about. All right. It says, "Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead?" All right. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to the men in flesh, but live according to to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. So major judgment is coming, man. All right. Let's get this in probably ended here. Let's see. You got another precept. This is 1 Peter chapter 4:4 in the NLT. All right, let's read this. It says, "Of course, your former friends are surprised when you no longer plunge into the flood of the wild and destructive things they do, so they slander." All right, yeah, the people you were closest to in the world, man, whether that be family, people at school. All right, they begin to talk all type of mad stuff because you're not with that same behavior. All right, like it says in like it says in Romans, man, don't model yourself to this world. Let's get that as well. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." All right, don't model yourselves, along with the rest of the world. Don't get along just to get along. All right, you know what is right. You know what's written in this book. All right, you know who to follow. You know where the light is. All right, don't be doing the same mistakes you made in the world, man. It says, "But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." All right, so we're supposed to come as babes in this thing. All right, accepting what we knew before, that shit was wrong. Throw it out the table, all right? Accept this truth. Accept this word. It says that ye may be prove what is that is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. All right? Hey, so understand that, hey, how you used to do things in this world, man, hey, forget about it. All right, you're a new being in this thing, okay? Now let me end it here in I believe this is in Matthew's 10, and 37. Let's get that in the blue letter. And 37. Let's see. This is Matthew chapter 10 and 36. It says, "And a man's foe shall be they of his own household." All right, so there's going to be instances with certain brothers where we're not going to get along, with the same people that we call family. All right. It says, brother has this one precept as well. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:22. It says, "Abstain from all appearance of evil." And again, once you're around certain individuals, you get into that habit, man. You get spirits that mess with you, that want to bring you back, into that same evil. All right, that wickedness. All right, say you smoke, a lot of weed, in the world. All right, that temptation will always be there, man. If you align yourself with the same people, say you drank in excess in the world, which there's nothing wrong with drinking. All right, but doing it around wicked individuals, something always happens. All right, something always gets brought up. It's just wise. Hey, just be around brothers, man. That's the thing. It says but this is going back in Matthew 10 and 36. It says, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household. All right. It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. All right, and they that love son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So we gotta understand that some of us we're gonna have to sacrifice these things. All right, and F it, man. Whatever time we have left, I'd rather spend it in the kingdom to come. All right, when they're in their right minds. Okay, you don't gotta shut these people off completely, but at the same time, we understand that there's a job to be done. Our main focus is truth. All right. How can we serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? That should be constantly in our minds. All right. This brother has this in the book of Psalms 1 and 19. All right, verse 63. It says, I am a companion of all them that fear thee. All right, and of them that keep thy precepts. All right. All right. That's exactly who we are closest to. All right, the same men that are like-minded, that are in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, because people who have no fear of the Lord, man, they'll do any stupid shit that comes to mind. They'll bring you into trouble. Always constantly remember that. All right. It says, verse 38. It says, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. All right, so you're gonna have to be willing to sacrifice, things in this truth. All right. This truth comes first. Period. Everything else is second. Keep all that in mind. There's sacrifice in this thing, and at the end of the day, it's not something that is light, man. Everything that we sacrifice in this world, man, we're gonna get that much more in the kingdom. So always keep that in mind. I believe that's what Yahweh Shai told the disciples. We can get that one as an ending precept. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. All right, so don't cling on to this life, man. Don't cling on to these things that are gonna fade away. These temporal things. All right, man. Do what's best, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's end it right here, and let's get that. I think it's a question that the Apostle Peter asked Yahweh Shai. This is in Matthew 19 and 28. And 28. Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? All right. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, all right, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. All right. So we're like I said earlier, like the scriptures say earlier, we're gonna be told to sacrifice a few things, on this side. All right, but don't worry about that shit. It says that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon the thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, so there's rank in this thing, starting from the 12 to the 144,000. It says, and every one that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So, hey, man, that's something that's worth fighting for, man. That's something, hey, Lord's will, whatever we lose, man, hey, that's something that we want, man. Hey, ultimately trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He knows what's best for you. All right? He knows what you want, man. He knows he knows what's in your heart. All right? Hey, he's man, he's going to bless us in the kingdom. Lord's will, if we endure to the very end. All right? It says, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. All right, so don't stress about what is lost on this side. There's so much more to gain on the next, to come, the kingdom to come. All right, and that's when every Israelite is gonna be in their right mind. All right, and none of us, man, like it says in Revelation 20, hey, the Lord is coming to wipe away all tears. All right, not only is everybody gonna be in their right mind, all right, it's gonna be automatically we're gonna follow the statutes and commandments. But man, there's gonna be no need for us to die because hey, we're no longer gonna sin as a people. All right, man, it's gonna be a beautiful time, in the kingdom. All right, so that's something worth fighting for. All right, this brother posted this here in the book of Job 42:10. It says, "And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. All right, and the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before." All right, yeah, and that's beautiful, man. And Job got to see, his kids back, man, in the third and fourth generation. All right, Job, hey, man, his substance is doubled, man. All the hell that he went through. But either way, man, he said, though the Lord slay me, I will maintain my trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Man, that's something to always keep in mind. Because we may not always have the understanding of the bigger picture, but we got to understand that, hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he cares for us. All right, he brought us into this thing for a reason. All right? Always entertain thoughts of salvation, man. Always. These righteous thoughts, should be flowing in your mind. All right? But, hey, Shalom, brothers. Lord's will, you were edified. Again, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah, Kodash. And a sincere Shalom to you, the elect out there. And Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Brakatham to you, brother. Shalom. Lord's will, until next time. Shalom, brothers. Let me go on the app to end it.